What's up, everybody? This is Jared O'Lantern here. I just wanted to share with you the wall building process that I'm doing for my haunt this year. As you may know, I do a partial indoor part of my haunt, and it's also partially outdoor. This will be the walls for the indoor portion. And I wanted to not do what I have been doing for the last few years, which is basically just hanging black plastic from string that's strung from across the room, and then I just use the black plastic as walls and to create a maze. I wanted to kind of ditch that idea, and this year I wanted to do actual wood framed walls. Still using plastic for covering the walls, but for the frame itself I'm going to be using wood. Now what this is going to accomplish is I'm going to have full length walls that are 7 feet tall. And so there's no longer going to be just hanging plastic where you could see the feet of actors or props from a room away. They'll all be hidden, and I think it'll be a much more effective scare in the long run. So it'll be a little more work, but I think it'll be more effective. I wanted 7-foot tall walls, so I start with some 1x2 pieces of wood, and I cut those down to 7 feet lengths. And I also want to I'm going to start off with 5-foot wide walls and 3-foot wide walls, and so I cut those lengths. Each frame is going to have one middle beam, so each wall will have 2 7-foot tall pieces, and then I'm working on a 3-foot wide wall right now, so it has 3 3-foot wide pieces, one for the top, one middle beam for stability, and then a bottom beam obviously at the ground. The beam that I'll be using in the center, as you can see right here, not only is that for stability, but you can also hang stuff from that. I wouldn't recommend doing anything too heavy, just mostly like pictures or very light props, but mostly, like I said, it's for stability. At each point where I have connected the 1x2 pieces, I've used 2 screws, again for stability and sturdiness, but also if you put 1 screw in there, the wood will just twist on itself. You don't want that. These are the 1-foot pieces that I cut off from the 8-foot original lengths, and these are screwed in perpendicular to the rest of the frame, and these act as feet just to balance out the whole wall as it sits on the ground. And once I had finished the entire frame, I just went ahead and got a staple gun, and I got my sheets of plastic that I used last year, and I just staple it all around. And this will be really nice to store. When I was bringing out this plastic this year, I just kind of very lazily crumpled it up and folded it up and threw it in my shed in the backyard. And I think the walls, they will be a lot more easily stored. It'll be easy to organize, and in the haunt itself, I think it's just going to be a lot more streamlined, a lot more neat, a lot more clean, and it'll be a great way to hide in for actors to hide in corners and to place props in corners and stuff like that. And I do plan on connecting these at angles, at 90-degree angles to create corners and stuff. So here I am just cutting off the excess plastic. And here's basically the finished wall. I have it set up next to the my scarecrow prop, and there's the full length of it. This is the front side where the plastic was stapled onto the front of the frame. And like I said, this is a 3-foot wide wall. I'm going to be doing 5-foot wide walls, and I'm going to do several. This is obviously not the only wall. I'm going to be doing several of these. This is the back side of the wall with the exposed beams. Still debating whether I want to paint the beams, the pieces of wood, prior to stapling on the plastic. I don't know how necessary that'll be. These will most likely be faced away from the guests anyway, so that's something I'm going to consider later. But that's basically the whole frame. And so to stabilize it on the ground, I'm probably going to put a couple sandbags or something, or maybe even some painter's tape. These are for hardwood floors. I obviously don't recommend it for carpet or anything like that. But so there it is, you guys, my walls for my haunt this year. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, keep it creepy.